Hey everybody, it's Derek, aka Mr. Shred with Masters of Shred, your #1 source for all your Shredtacular daily content. I'm at the House of Blues in Orlando, and I have a very, very special guest sitting right alongside of me. You may know him as Marty Friedman's right-hand shredder, and he is now currently the lead guitarist of RATT. Give it up for the one and the only Jordan Ziff. Happy to be here. Thank you for letting us come in here before the show. You guys are about to hit the stage very shortly. And I'm just going to dive right into some questions with you.
Sure.
All right? Because you guys know I've been pumping a lot of material about Jordan, and some of you that are not so familiar, you're about to. So sit tight. You're going to like this. Hop right into it. Probably a common question you get a lot. How old were you when you started playing guitar?
I was like 7-ish.
At a good age. Well,
Yeah.
how old were you when you started shredding?
7.5.
So that's a good thing. That's 6 months to get it. That's usually how it starts. Now, was there a moment when you realized you were actually shredding? You went from, okay, I'm starting to learn to play guitar. Now this is shred.
I think I never felt like that because I always was like, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not clean enough. So I don't remember a specific time where all of a sudden I thought I was playing good. I always thought I wasn't good enough. You know what I mean?
That's obviously had to have changed because you're on Masters of Shred now. So you're definitely sealed, signed, sealed, delivered, approved Master Shredder. But what was your practice routine to get to as good as you are? I mean, was there like a set number of hours? You hear guys talk about 9-10 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
What was the routine that you went through?
There was probably a point where I was playing guitar 6 hours a day, practicing. It's like playing a lot of metal songs, you know, like really riffy kind of songs. And I mean, I don't ever remember having like a routine. I was never a routine guy with guitar. It was just learning songs, writing. Honestly, I wrote a lot of music. I've written a million songs that have never ever been released because at some point I was like, these aren't good enough. But I can say that I think that writing music and writing solos for the music and that was really what always makes me get better at guitar because I like to try maybe something new that I haven't done before when I'm writing music, you know?
Exactly.
So it's learning some metal songs that were making my chops better, but a lot of writing music I feel like is what makes me more dialed in as a guitar player.
Opens your horizon, makes you a better player.
Mm-hmm.
I told you those shredder challenges were good. Come on, guys. So anyhow, let's get right into it. You were also self-taught, right?
I wasn't self-taught. I took lessons for like a few years on and off. Only one guy, and I'd say like a lot of my playing is self-taught, but he was really good, and it was kind of one of those things where when I started playing guitar, I was into stuff like Santana and the Beatles and stuff like that. So he was like total ripping on the guitar, and all of a sudden I'm like, what? I'm like, I didn't even know people play guitar like this. I didn't even know it was a thing. So he was like an inspiration for me because it was like sitting, you know, like we're sitting right here and I'm like looking at someone just like totally rip on the guitar. I'm like, wow, like that's a thing. I didn't know that was a thing.
Right, there you go. It happens. Just like that, the moment. And now you've been playing with, no secret, shred legend, Cacophony to Megadeth, one and only Marty Friedman for about 3 years now.
Yeah.
What was one thing, I'm sure there's many things, but what was one thing that stands out that he taught you that you learned in your experiences that made you a better player?
Follow the chords when you're trying to improvise. Just really think about what you're playing. Don't just kind of play in one scale that's in the key of what's happening. Kind of try and really, I mean, obviously if there's a chord progression happening, sometimes you're just soloing over a riff and it's not that, but if there's like really clearly a progression happening, it's good to really think about what you're playing, and even if it's something simple, try hard to make it sound like you kind of wrote something to play there, even if you didn't. Even if you're playing something really simple.
That's a good way to put it. Very way to put it. And this question next is kind of a trick question. And I'll get a straight answer from you. Let's hear about it. Who can play Tornado of Souls solo better? You or Marty Friedman?
Marty.
You can answer this any way you like.
Marty wrote it. Marty.
Well, I saw a video. It was hard to tell, but it's actually a very popular video we put up on the page. You started playing it. Then Marty stopped you. It was a live show, right? Then Marty said, I got this. And he started ripping it up. Did he ever go over that solo with you to make sure that it was the right way, or did you just learn it on your own and say, okay, this is my way of playing it versus yours?
No, I just kind of knew how to play it, or at least some of it. I didn't really know how to play the whole solo, but we were just jamming backstage in Colombia, and I just kind of started playing it like to be funny, because I don't think I've ever played it for him or whatever. He's like, dude, he's like, tonight you should play the solo. And then we're all like, that's not a good idea, because I think that everyone is gonna like get pissed off that I played the solo and you didn't. Well, what if we can kind of do a thing where you do it, then I stop you, and then I do the solo or whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's even that was a little bit like, I don't know, man. I think because I felt weird doing it, because I saw everyone in the audience was kind of like, what the hell? What is?
Right.
I didn't want to get like tomatoes thrown at me or something like that.
You handled it very well, though. Your facial expression, your demeanor, like, I got this all day, right? Yeah. It was really a great moment. We'll have to put that up again. I'll probably run it as we're talking about this. So, and you actually have a CD that you're going to be a part of, a live CD that's coming out on October the 19th. Tell us more about that.
We recorded that in Mexico, and we've been wanting to do a live CD for probably ever since we did our first tour together, because we all realized, like, dude, this band is super cool. Like, we just love each other, man. Like, it's not, like, they're family to me, you know? They're totally family to me. So we just, as soon as we did our first tour, Marty's like, dude, we gotta do a live CD. So it's, you know, it's been like a few years in the making.
And it's called One Bad MF.
Yeah.
Right, and that's coming out October the 19th. Definitely check that out. Now, for me personally, and you guys know out there if you follow the page at Masters of Shred, I put a lot of videos up there of Jordan doing Charvel demos that are out there on the web. They're absolutely incredible. The compositions, the musicianship, the phrasing, the techniques, are those originals you're playing in those?
Yeah, those are all original songs. Basically, they asked me, hey man, can you come do demo video for us in a few days? It always comes down to the wire, and I'm like, yeah, I can, cause you know, they just always ask me, and I'm always prepared to, like, okay, shit, I need to sit down and just knock this out in like a day, and then go do it. But yeah, they're all original, and they're, you know, they're kind of reminiscent of stuff that I'm writing right now for an album that I'm putting together.
So we're gonna get an instrumental out from you. That's amazing. That's gonna be great. Definitely check out those videos if you guys haven't seen them. We have a few on the page, and I'll put more up there. But incredible work, man. Incredible guitars.
I appreciate it, man.
So I gotta talk about rigs. We gotta talk about the rig talk now.
Yeah,
All right.
sure.
So this tour, you're with RATT. You've been photographed. You're playing a USA Select Charvel Telly, and it's like it's a matte purple, and it's got a Hello Kitty sticker on it. Tell us about the cat.
I put that sticker on because I thought that the pink and the purple looked cool together, and I didn't really think much of it, but when it came, because I've had that guitar for like a year or two or something like that, and then when it came time to do this band, I'm like, dude, it would be really funny if I used that guitar, because I just know that it's gonna be like, what the hell is this guy doing, or piss people off. Either way, or people love it, man. Like, shows I would play, all the girls were like, oh, I love that guitar, and it's like, who are we really playing for anyways? Are we playing for the guys, or are we playing for the girls?
Well, if you're ready for the girls, obviously it's a chick magnet then, because I look at it, it's cool. You know, it's a really recognizable guitar. It looks good. I picked up the guitar. It feels amazing. And but then at the end of the day, the Mexican Charvels, we were talking about this, the craftsmanship is insane, especially those DK24 tube parts we were talking about.
Great.
Caramelized fretboards, amazing, awesome stuff. What about amps though? What are you rocking amp-wise?
I use EVH amps as much as possible. You know, sometimes we have to do gigs like this, you know, we just get a back line, so you know, like Marshall JCM 800s if that's the case, but I love the EVH EL34 100 watt amp. That's my jam lately. I just love that amp. So
incredible tone. And you have demo videos up with those as well. Especially I saw the mini lunchbox.
Oh yeah.
Too. You're rocking that one. We got a video up on that on the page. Yeah, definitely incredible amps. I'm 100% behind those. But as far as amps here versus amps at home, in your bedroom, what are you rocking at home for an amp?
The little lunchbox thing.
There we go. All right, EVH, keep it all there.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, that's good stuff. And what about going into just some more common questions? First guitar.
Oh, first guitar. That's a good question. It was an Ibanez. It was like the cheapest RG that you could buy, and it was red. I still have it in my closet somewhere collecting dust. But yeah, that was a cool guitar, man. I just, in fact, my first guitar teacher, or well, my only guitar teacher, he played an Ibanez too, and I actually rented like a really junk guitar for like 6 months because my parents didn't believe me that I actually wanted to play guitar. So, and my teacher had an Ibanez RG, and I'm like, oh, that's cool and pointy, and I want a pointy guitar. So
Cool
I remember very fond memories with that guitar.
That guitar. And the good thing is you still have it. Most people don't have the first guitar they had.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get sold to buy another one.
Yeah.
But you still have it.
But they're worthless.
Well, I'm sure
It's
someone
like,
has a value
it's
for
like
it.
here's $50 more for this other guitar that I want to get.
She just kept it. Well, let me ask you, that gets to a good point though. What is one guitar you wish you never sold?
That's a 59 Les Paul reissue that I had was really cool. But I actually didn't really sell it. I actually traded it for this other Les Paul that I have that I'll never sell. And they're both equally as cool, but I wish that I just came up with the money and kept both guitars.
Alright, yeah. There's always the one that got away. But there's also one that you don't have yet that you want. And everybody always wants another. So, what guitar is on the Jordan Ziff checklist wish list for shredder guitars?
I don't know.
Anything you've been looking at, thinking about?
I guess I don't really look much at guitars anymore to buy. It's kind of like one of those things where if you walk into the store and it's like, shit, I really want that guitar. I guess I'm not. I used to sit online and look at guitars all day. We all did. Just like,
Still
I
do.
want to buy that. I want to buy or do.
Every day.
I just did that so much to where I'm just like burnt out on gear. It's kind of like they're more like tools for me at this point. Like, this guitar is what I need for this gig. This guitar is what I need for this gig. And then there's that really off chance that I'll walk into a store or something and be like, mine. But
What was the last guitar you bought? Let's get right into that question right now.
a Flying V yesterday. The Gibson 59 reissue Flying V.
Nice. And that's a totally spontaneous buy, right?
Totally spontaneous. I picked it up and played it for 20 seconds, and I'm like, literally, I played it for 20 seconds, and I'm like, here's my money.
Walked in and walked right out.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah.
And this is a common question we're starting to ask everybody that I get a chance to talk to. How would you define shred? How do you define the term shred?
Shred. Everyone has different definitions of shred. Some people have negative connotations with the word shred. So, honestly, when I hear the word shred, sometimes I don't even think of guitar, and it literally makes me think of like someone shredding a potato or someone shredding lettuce. But I guess the word shred just means someone who can like really rip on the guitar. Not in a negative way, like that dude can like shred,
That's a good way to put it. Melody's always good. And having that out of the way, here's a good question I was thinking about for you. If you could collaborate with any fellow shred extraordinaire, such as yourself,
That's an interesting
who would it be? For a track or for more than that? Who would you like to work with?
Definitely Marty, which we may or may not be doing something already, but
Marty,
yeah, totally.
And I think I read up that he may have done a guest solo on a CD of yours.
Oh yeah, he did actually. When I was like, my first album I did when I was 15, he played a guest solo on the album, which is funny because it actually has nothing to do with the fact that I play in his band now at all. In fact, I think he didn't even remember. He's like, I told him that, hey, you remember you played on my album when I was like 15? He's like, oh oh my God, that was you. So like, it really had nothing to do with that. But yeah, he did.
Let me ask you, what sort of advice would you give aspiring shredders out there?
Find your own voice. Just really dig deep and see what's cool for you, you know? There's a lot of things that, basically, when you play guitar, there's things that when you look at people play, you're like, oh my God, that's incredible. But keep in mind that a lot of the time, always, but a lot of the time, that stuff is really easy for them to play. That's why it sounds so incredible. So really take the time to find the stuff on the guitar that that you gravitate towards sound-wise, but find stuff that's like easy for you to play on the guitar. Because like everyone has things that are like easy for them and then really hard for somebody else. Even if you're really, really accomplished and really good, there's always something someone can show you and be like, dude, I don't even know how you play that. So my point is really just find your own voice. Find what comes naturally. I don't want to say easy, what comes naturally. You know, what really comes naturally on the guitar.
Yeah, all right, that's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. Don't go overboard, try something else. And we got to get into a topic that everybody probably wants to know about, discuss here. It starts with an R, ends with a double T. You guys know that I was posting stuff on this page for as soon as this news broke that Warren had been out of the band and was talking about, hey, who's going to fill in his shoes? I had some of you guys writing me saying, hey man, can you get me an audition with RATT? Okay, I don't have that kind of pull, so I apologize for never getting back to you. Not my line of work. However, then it came up that Jordan got the gig, and I can tell you what, myself and a lot of you probably agree, I couldn't think of anybody better for it. But how did that come about for you?
Just really mutual friends. Their manager called one of my friends because they didn't know how to get a hold of me, but they knew who I was. And he called me, he's like, hey, you want to go audition for RATT? And I'm like, yeah, sure, man. You know, I was pretty stoked, man, because I really like Warren's playing, so I was really stoked to do that.
You got the opportunity. And how's it been learning the songs? How much time did you have to learn them?
I had like a couple weeks to learn all the songs.
Pretty good. And is there any songs in particular on this tour that you like playing a lot? I'm sure you love playing them all, but what's your favorite?
I really do like playing all of them. I don't know why I really like playing Wanted Man, even though it's like not the longest solo that I get to play. But I don't know, because like we come out, we play Wanted Man, and it just always feels good to hit that. That for me is fun when you're just punching the audience. It has nothing to do with like what's fun for me to play on the guitar. It's like what's fun to deliver from the band perspective.
And speaking of delivering, you get out there, you kill it every night. How are people reacting to you? How they first react when you get out there?
It's funny. Well, sometimes it's like they're like totally cool right when I come out, and then sometimes they're like didn't realize that there's a new guitar player. So like for the first like 45 seconds of the show, I'm just like, okay, you know. But it's fun to see like all of a sudden they're like, you know, I like to see that switch from this to like that.
There we
you
go.
know what I mean?
Transformation. Yeah, exactly. I hear you. And what can people expect when they come out to a RATT show now with this newer lineup, this fresher lineup?
A fresh lineup. Yeah, maybe different perspective. You know, people playing slightly differently than they've done it for the past years. I know I play stuff a little bit differently, so just it still really has that RATT sound, but just a little different.
That's good stuff. And what does the future hold? What does 2019 hold for Jordan Ziff?
We're gonna do some shows, a lot of shows with RATT next year. Write some music with RATT. I'm gonna be putting out an EP next year. I'm gonna do some touring with Marty next year. So just keeping busy.
Very, very good stuff, interesting stuff. Can't wait for the EPs. I'm sure you guys can't if you're not familiar with what he can play like. Tons of videos out there playing with Marty Friedman with RATT. Charvel demos are out of this world. Check it out. Where can our followers go follow you at?
On Jordan Ziff, Instagram or Facebook or any of that stuff.
And your Instagram is just at Jordan Ziff?
It's just Jordan Ziff, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you'll see that. We're going to be tagging him and everything too. So make sure to, of course, follow Jordan, follow Masters of Shred at Masters of Shred. You can follow me at Mr. Shred at, whoa, that's totally off. Wrong, forget that. You can follow me at Mr_Shred_. I wish I took the Mr. Shred one full, but they didn't have it. So
you should already be following him, dude.
This is like, I don't get it. This is a little tough, you know? It's good content too. It has to run through me first, right? So come on, guys. Help me out here. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. They're going to get out there and kill it. You know I'm going to get some footage for you, okay? And they're about to tear down the House of Blues right now, guys. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll talk to you next time. Stay tuned. And on just a side note, subscribe to our YouTube channel, please, so I can keep doing this. Come on, help me out here. At Masters of Shred. All right. Take care, guys.
See ya.
You get mad.